Hi, I'm Catherine and welcome to day number 8 of my YouTube challenge. Today I would like to talk to you about emotional release, suppressed emotions and how to release them properly. So we all know these bugs we have inside, or the blockages, the blocks, which are holding us back and which are draining us, which make other people able to push buttons and make us freak out. So in today's video I would like to talk to you about these emotions and where they come from, and there's a short quick exercise at the end of the video how to release them. So first of all, I would like to start and let you know about where these emotions come from. And I'm talking about sadness, anger, melancholy, and all negative emotions. They really, well, they can mix up a bit, but usually, let's say the most important emotions are anger and sadness, and creating anxiety, of course, or rage or aggression. But let's keep talking about the anger, and let's keep talking about sadness in this video. So these emotions are somewhere in our system, and the reason why emotions are there, if you have a healthy relationship with your emotions, they just let you react adequate in a situation where you need to stand up for yourself, or in an argument or fight to draw a line in the sand or set boundaries. So your emotions are very reliable once you work on them and they are healthy and appropriate to the situation you find yourself in. So but unless you haven't done any emotional release or clearing, someone is hitting or pushing a button, and then all the suppressed emotions of anger and sadness and aggression, they are coming up at once, and you just explode like a bomb. I mean, we all know that, and usually family or our partners, they really know how to push these buttons because they are the most close people to us. So we love them very much, and that's the reason why we are kind of vulnerable. But if you keep releasing your emotions and working with them and honoring the emotions you actually have, that's a very healthy thing for yourself and for your family and for your relationships. So you are more grounded and you react appropriate to a situation. You don't overreact. So it's kind of a balance you have in your emotional life, in your emotional level, in your emotional body. So we all know that we all have suppressed emotions, especially, let's start with our childhood again. In our childhood, lots of things happen, and the way we are trained by our parents or other family members, wherever we have grown up, and the surroundings and the social life we had around, teachers and the nursery, the kindergarten, and we run through a lot of occasions in our life, and we meet a lot of people during our life, and we have a very deep connection to our family members, especially in the childhood, because we rely on them, and we need them to survive when we are so little, like babies, and the more we grow up, the more we build up our own mindset, our own thoughts and belief systems. But for example, in my case, I know that there are lots of suppressed emotions from a childhood where I always tried to be the sunshine and the nice kid. So, and especially as a girl, you are told, not to be impulsive, or not to be happy or laughing all the time, or not to be sad, not to be angry and naughty, and you know how girls sometimes can be. I mean, the boys as well, but it's difficult for girls to show their emotions and be who you really are, especially in your childhood, because your parents or your surroundings might suppress it. And I'm not saying that parents suppress you being a happy child, but sometimes it's just too much. Your emotions and your spirit and your essence, your light and the nature who you are, the being who you are, sometimes it's just too much because your family can't handle the happiness or the joy because they're struggling with something else at the moment. Or on the other hand, if you cry a lot, or you were a child crying a lot, and screaming a lot, and being very draining and exhausting for the mom, and of course that's not your fault, but your mom or the nanny or whoever was around is keeping to say, like, stop crying, or stop being naughty, or just stop doing this, stop doing that, and sit in silence and don't move. And so we start suppressing these emotions from an early age. And it doesn't matter really, and we don't want to judge or blame anyone. So these emotions are just there, because once you feel the emotion and you can't suppress it, you suppress it and put it somewhere down. And however how old you are, these childhood emotions are suppressed very deeply somewhere in your body, and then the body is starting and creating funny stuff. Not only serious illnesses, but we have endometriosis, or indigestion, digestive problems. We have problems and PMS, or pain during the menstruation, or the men have problems as well. The body is creating funny stuff and funny symptoms all along wherever you suppress it. And especially a weak immune system, or headaches, lots of headaches, migraines, problems with the eyes or the ears, is always suppressed emotion. So you have such a pressure in your life by not releasing these emotions. You just pull them all together and try to hold them, that your body needs to release the pressure somewhere. So it's creating a lots of issues, and you struggle during your day with a lot of pain or digestive problems. So what I want you to do, or is just a recommendation, if you start working with your emotions, and I always recommend start by putting in your diary, in the schedule, put in one evening a week. For example, every Thursday night you take an hour me time for yourself, and just sit there with your emotions. And I'm gonna give you one tool today, how to release emotions, and this is called Feel It, Bless It, and Release It, which is explaining itself. But if you do meditation, or even if you're not meditating, but just find a comfortable seat position where you can sit for at least half an hour, and switch everything off, and make sure that no one is disturbing you, because when emotions are coming up, it's usually screaming, crying, whatever, however you express it. So you sit in your comfortable position, in your sacred and supported and very protected space, and then you start by giving your body the allowance, or setting the intention, okay, whatever is there, it can come up. So I'm ready to release it. And you tell the body this by doing a very deep breathing exercise. So you keep breathing very deeply in and out, and you just wait what's coming up. And this exercise needs a bit of training and time, so don't give up. Just do it for 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And maybe if you start, just give yourself more than 1 evening a week to practice, and more than an hour to practice it on each evening. And when you start working with yourself, and when you start giving yourself and the body the attention, you can shorten the time, and 1 evening a week is enough. Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or half an hour is enough. But once you start, it's just you practice and practice and practice, and then you get better. So you sit there and you set the intention. The emotion is able to come up, whatever it is. And usually we deal with a lot of sadness, because we catch this sadness from other people. We soak it in with the chakras. They soak it in. And it's even maybe not your sadness, maybe a tiny amount, and the rest is from someone else. Or you're dealing with a family member, or at work you have people around who have different emotions, and you just catch them. So whatever is coming up, an emotion needs to be felt. So you feel the emotion, you are sad in that moment, and once the emotion is flushing your system, it's like a wave, like coming and going, you let it come, you feel it, you bless it. That means like you really honor the emotion, like, hey, sadness, great you're there. Or anger, wow, cool, thanks you are here and showing me that there was a lot of anger inside, but I don't need you anymore, you're free to go. So you honor, you bless the emotion, and then you release it. And you release it through breathing and breathing. You're giving the body the attention, and while you breathe through it, the body is safe, and the body feels grounded and protected, and then you can fully surrender to yourself. So feel it, bless it, and release it. 1 evening a week. If you set an hour of time, or if you want to really dive in that emotional work, maybe you start with 2 or 3 evenings a week, and set time aside where you can sit there and just be with the emotions. When you finish the exercise, you keep breathing. You finish screaming or crying or being shaky or whatever is coming out, you sweat, and a lot of stuff is coming up, and then you just stop. You stop. You give these emotions space, you hold that space, and then you stop. So you're not engaged in this anymore, and you do not hang out in that dark hole or in the darkness. You come out to the light and stop it and continue the evening, or you go to bed or continue the day, or whatever time it is, whatever are your plans. So that's a very healthy way in honoring your feelings and releasing them. Okay, I hope that was a little bit of help, and I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up, and please, if you have any questions, then text in the comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you like it. And tomorrow is day 9 of my 21-day YouTube challenge, and what we're going to talk about tomorrow is that these emotions we were talking about today, where they're coming from, where's the chakra, where's the energetic field, where's the energetic center of the emotions, and then I'm going to give you a bit more exercises you can do at home. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.